who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Osweiler's Texans going up against Rivers' Chargers. With that, let's get out to San Diego. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the San Diego Chargers. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Again, it's Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Melvin Ingram is beginning to come into his own as an outside linebacker. Strong, solid, with an excellent first step.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. And the wideout in motion. Throwing, Osweiler. And finding Fedorowicz. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. This Chargers defense, they were dealt a little bit of a blow in Week 3. Manti Te'o gone for the year, and he was the leading tackler in the first 2 weeks of the season.
An Achilles injury, and that's just so unfortunate for them because it's a Chargers defense that needs to have all hands on deck to deal with what they have to deal with, especially in the AFC West and high-powered offenses. So that's going to put more pressure on guys like Corey Liuget up front and Jason Verrett on the back end on the corner.
And boy, they've had the injury bug on offense. Keenan Allen, Danny Woodhead gone, now Te'o, tough.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down in distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time, that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He's got time in the pocket. He's going to go up top again. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. To throw is Osweiler. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jay Prosh taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And underneath here to McCluster. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Chargers are going to have a first down. Rivers now to throw on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. And, Charles, here's the offensive lineup.
Melvin Gordon, the exciting young runner out of Wisconsin. Well over 2,000 yards his last year with the Badgers. This is a guy who can catch it and run it.
It's a loss of 2, now third down. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Rivers now. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Hunter Henry out of the University of Arkansas was definitely the consensus top tight end in the 2016 draft. I thought he might sneak into the first round. He didn't, but I think that Phillip Rivers is really happy to have him in San Diego. They're already starting to make that connection.
Rivers to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And the back goes into motion. Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 76 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Travis Benjamin, 75 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they take over here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd down to the offense needing 5 yards.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Miller, the lone setback. Throwing, Osweiler. Caught here by Griffin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run it again with Miller. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Here we go.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Osweiler. And he's got Miller. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
How to be 6'7", be able to see over coverages into open windows. Brock Osweiler just did that with the slant route.
With that height, was also a great basketball player. Gonzaga, as you know, actually offered him a scholarship in high school for hoops.
Hard to believe he didn't take that, decided he wanted to play football, and ultimately chose Arizona State because of the direct flights from his hometown of Montana into Phoenix, Arizona.
Is that true?
That's a true story. Allowed his parents to come see him play a lot easier.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll try and run again with blue. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Alfred Blue, as the first half is winding down, and the Texans will extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And a catch made by Dontrell Inman. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now the return comes from Dexter McCluster. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Halfback sent in motion. On second down, Rivers again, finding time. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Dexter McCluster, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On third down, Rivers. He's going to let it go again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup. And it'll give the Texans a first down.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. That's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff to Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Miller. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. So here now the former Charger kicker beaten out by Andrew Lambo a year ago. This is Nick Novak from the right hash. This from 33. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. Rivers now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. And the back goes into motion. Third and long for Rivers. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. He's going to try and go deep again.